What's going on, guys? Overture here with the new episode of The Soul Show, a show where I find cool topics around the internet and share it with you guys. And this video I'm actually going to be covering is the top 5 games you must need to own if you are a PC gamer, and it's not really meant for those who are already PC elitists. This is meant for those who are just getting into PC gaming or thinking about it. These are the games you should own or buy when preparing to become one. Now, a lot of these games are pretty famous and a lot of people already really know about it, so bear in mind that a lot of these games you might have played on other systems or on other consoles. Just know that these games, I feel, play better on the PC. They give you a much better experience, so if you have them on the console, I suggest trying it out on the PC once you become a PC gamer. Now, with all of that out of the way, I think we're just going to go ahead and get started right into the games. Now, the 5th one I have is Borderlands 2. It's a game I feel that everybody should own on the PC. The game's graphics and effects look a lot better on the PC platform if you have a really high gaming PC, but even not, it's still a very fun game to play. You just grab a few friends and you just wreak havoc. You enjoy the little fun animations and dialogue as well as venture out into Pandora. Now, the price has been reduced for this game. You could pick it up for $20 on Steam, or you could pick up the Ultimate Edition for $40 and you get all the DLC bundled with the game. I highly suggest you do that because the DLC in this game is amazing. The stories are funny and intuitive, and they are actually pretty long. You get really good value with the DLC. I highly suggest go picking it up. Also, down in the description below, I'll put the links to where you could pick up all these games, so if you see a game that you're interested in, you could just check the description. Now, the next game I have is sort of unorthodox. It might be something that you've never played before. It's called Garrys Mod. It's a game made by Valve, so it's the people that made Counter-Strike, TF2, Left 4 Dead, all that other stuff. It's basically a sandbox game where you're allowed to create anything and everything that you want. You're allowed to load characters from different games. You're allowed to create game modes, but actually we're going to be focusing on the multiplayer aspect of the game. It comes with all these different master game modes in it, like Trouble in Terrorist Town and Prop Hunt and all that other stuff, but we're going to be focusing on Prop Hunt here. Now, Prop Hunt is a game mode where you start off as either the hunters or the props, and the hunter's job is to find the props in the map and kill them. The prop's job is to find an item in the game, turn into that item, and just blend in, try not to be found. It's the ultimate hide-and-seek experience. There's a lot of fun. All the people are very talkative and friendly. It's a good environment to play a multiplayer game in, and of course there's other game modes in it. I'm just focusing on Prop Hunt for now, but it's a very fun game. You can get hours of gameplay just by spending little money on Garrys Mod. Now, the game in itself is very cheap. You could pick it up on Steam for $10, but the thing is, to get the most out of the game, you're going to need textures from different games, most importantly Counter-Strike. So you could buy Counter-Strike and Garrys Mod bundled together for $25. Is a good deal. You get a super competitive shooter along with Garrys Mod, allowing you to just play Garrys Mod. And since we're on the topic of Valve games, I want to go ahead and move on to my next game, which is Team Fortress 2. Now, this game I have a lot of feelings about because I played it for years. When I first had a laptop that was a piece of shit, like Sony laptop, I played this game. It doesn't need a lot to run, although if you have a really good PC, you can make the game look beautiful. It's all cel shaded, so it looks cartoony. It's very, very competitive. Now, you're going to need to use teamwork in order to win the games. Each class has its own set of skills and abilities that will help you win the game. Although, now that this game is free to play, it's sort of not as competitive as it was before. A lot of people just go in just to get kills and to have a good time with friends. It's not as competitive as it was in the past, although it's still a very fun experience. I also forgot to mention that they are constantly updating this game. This game came out in 2007, mind you, and they're still having updates where they're adding new content, all for free, new weapons. They also have a Christmas and a Halloween special every year, which is a different game mode, and you're allowed to unlock cool unlockables. It's a really fun game with a cool community. You guys need to own this game. It's free to play, so there's really nothing stopping you from picking up this game. And actually, the next game I'm gonna pick is another Valve game. I love Valve. They are really good to their customers, and I really think their games are really good. And since they own Steam and they built it, I feel like their games are a must-have. But the next game I'm going to talk about is Left 4 Dead 2. Again, you probably played it on Xbox, but it's going to be best utilized on the PC. For those of you who haven't played Left 4 Dead in the past, it's a 4-player co-op zombie survival game. It's completely easy. It's really easy to just get into and survive. It's basically just a straight narrow path to the exit. You have to get to the safe zone, you move on to the next world, safe zone, you move on to the next world. It's very simple. There's a lot of weapons, there's a lot of special infected that are going to try and stop you from getting to the safe zone, but it's a really rewarding experience. It's really fun. It's hardly dull, and plus there's a whole bunch of mods that you can get in the game that just enhance your experience in terms of skins and maps and sounds. You're allowed to cater the game to how you want to enjoy it. Now, if you're just going out and buying it right now, you could pick it up for $20 on Steam, but the thing is, this game always goes on sale. Whenever Steam decides to have any sort of sale, Left 4 Dead is usually the one that's firstly on sale. You can pick it up for like $5. So if I were you, I would wait until it does go on sale. That way you can get the most out of your money and you could save a little bit. And that's going to bring us to our last game. And I tried really hard to find one game that you absolutely must have for the PC. But after thinking around a bit, there's really a couple games that fit into this category, and they're made by the same company, so it's kind of easier to put it that way. But the game I'm talking about is either Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, or an Elder Scrolls game, because they're made by Bethesda. They're meant to be played on PC. Now, if you played on the console before, and I've played Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 on the console, it crashes a lot. It's not utilized very well. There's a lot of frame rate drops. It's just an ugly experience on the console, but when you play it on PC, it sort of eliminates all that. Plus, the most important thing you need to realize when you get these games is you need to install mods. The games already have a lot of replayability to them, and when you add mods, it just increases that. I've literally played through Fallout New Vegas 4 times, each having a different experience and loving each and every part of it. There's mods that can range from aesthetic mods, which increase the graphics, or there's mods that add new areas, new quests, new companions, new weapons. Literally anything you could think of, there is most likely a mod for it. I highly suggest you guys pick these games up because you can have a completely different experience every time just by downloading a mod. Now, again, this is one of those games that are gonna be always on sale since it's a very popular game. A lot of people want it. Whenever Steam has a sale, they try and push these games to the top. Skyrim, of course, is gonna be a little bit more expensive because it's really popular and a lot of people get into it, but Fallout New Vegas, I feel, is the best out of all of them, and you can pick it up for $4, the Ultimate Edition, getting all the DLC, and I really suggest getting all the DLC because they're just so amazing. The Fallout DLC, I think, are the best DLC to ever be created by a company before. They're really long, really well put together, with really good dialogue. It's an awesome experience. You guys need to pick it up, but wait for it to go on sale. But before we end up here, I want to go ahead and recap on all the games. The 5th one I have is Borderlands 2. Again, if you have a lot of friends that like to just get in and have fun, it's a perfect experience on a Friday night. You guys just all get on together and do some quests. It's a really fun, easy RPG experience. The 4th one, Garrys Mod, it's another fun multiplayer experience that you can enjoy alone and meeting new people. It's a really cool game. You get to play a whole bunch of different games in one, like really simple, like hide and seek and games like that. It's really easy for those people just to get in and play. Again, if you want to get into it, you need Counter-Strike Source. It shouldn't be that expensive to pick up. The 3rd one, TF2, it's a free-to-play game, so really there's no reason you shouldn't have it. It's a fun, competitive, cartoony-like video game. It's a really fun shooter that's getting constantly updated with new weapons and new game modes. Now, the next one, Left 4 Dead 2, again, it's a really popular zombie game, really easy to jump into. You can play with a whole bunch of people. Mods definitely increase the experience. You're allowed to change your characters, weapons, and all that other stuff. And again, finally finishing off is a Bethesda game, either Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, or Skyrim. But again, I suggest Fallout New Vegas. I feel like that's the best out of the 3, but you definitely are going to need mods with this game. Again, mods are free, essentially. I'm gonna make another video showing how to get mods on Fallout and games like that. It's really simple, but I'll leave the link in the description below if you're planning on modding the game. It's really simple. The website's called Nexus Mods. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for guys checking it out. I want to hear what you guys think. What games do you have on PC that you think that everybody should pick up, that you think everybody should play at least once? I'm really interested in hearing what you guys have to say. Again, this isn't like the full master list. This is, in my opinion, the games you need to have in order to call yourself a PC gamer. But anyways, guys, it's been Overture Soul. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video to your friends. Maybe you have a friend out there that is interested into PC gaming but don't really know much about it. This video might be for them. But anyways, guys, it's been Overture Soul. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.